It's winter, we must clean. Can't imagine why you were bullied. I know, right? I had a teacher that hated me in like 5th grade. Like really didn't like me. And I wasn't a bad kid. It was just, that's when my ADHD and everything kind of developed. And I went from a straight A student to just not doing work, period. And I was failing all my classes. I didn't know that though. One day I came into class and we were somehow on chapter 8 in our math book. I have no idea how we got that far ahead. I still don't know how we got that far ahead. And I fell so far behind and could not do my work that she was like, you can go to detention until you get caught up. So let's take the kid that has ADHD, that is unmedicated, and our detention, this was borderline psychological torture. I'm going to be honest. Our detention room looked like this. So there was the door here, and it was this big square room, and then there were cubicles lining the walls like this, like cubicle dividers. So if you guys want to know why I'm such a big proponent of like mental health and taking care of yourself, it's because I grew up in this environment for about a year of some of my younger, more developmental years. And the teacher's desk was right here. It was an L-shaped desk. She would sit there. And then we had a desk in each cubicle facing the wall. There were no windows in this room at all. There was a weird desk in each of these corners. And we were forced all day from 8 a.m. when we would arrive at school, if we were in detention, to sit and face the wall and face our cubicles. And we were not allowed to lean around these cubicles and talk to each other. We were not allowed to have conversations with each other. There was no music playing in this room. It was completely silent all fucking day, every single day. And if we had to go to the bathroom, we had to ask for a pass. And if we were gone for more than 2 minutes, I believe, we would possibly get in trouble. And we had to sit in this room from 8 to about 2:55 all day, every day. And me having ADHD from 5th grade to literally, I'm going to say 6th, from 5th grade for my first attempt, I was in this room all day, every day for the rest of the year after about a month and a half had passed, with no music, all day, every day, no stimulus. I wasn't allowed to bring anything in. All I could bring was my paper, my pencil, and my math book to do my math homework, which I obviously didn't do, so that piled up more. And then I had to bring in more books, and I didn't do it, so it piled up more. And after a year of this, I repeated the 5th grade, passed 5th grade, barely, and kind of coasted through 6th, 7th, and 8th. And 9 onwards, I was in detention again all the fucking time because I just stopped doing my work. I just stopped caring. That's when I started drawing. So if you're wondering like when I started drawing around 9th grade. And I drew all day, every day in a room like this in detention, because even at the age of like 17, we were not allowed to turn around and talk or have conversations. It was kind of just mental torture. And honestly, fuck that school, fuck that teacher, and at least for my local region, fuck the public education system that thought this was okay. Because this shit probably fucked me up mostly out of everything I encountered when I was growing up. I had ADD, and homework was torture for me because my meds had worn off by the time school was over. I wasn't even medicated. I didn't get medicated for my ADHD until I was like 23. So like it took a minute. It took a minute to even find out I had ADHD. Like there was We could do a whole stream chatting segment, or like I know Draw My Life isn't a thing anymore, and I don't want to do that, but I got plenty of stories of just having to force myself through the healthcare system because nobody was helping me. Older gen didn't know mental health was real. Oh yeah, they still don't. Yeah, could have had an assessment for autism when I was like 12. Didn't happen because my mom got offended at the school psych. Got an assessment at 21, confirmed I have autism. Congrats. Welcome to the club. I say as someone who does not have autism, but I just make jokes about it sometimes on stream. Anyway, I spent most of my time in detention on IRC chat and drawing MLP fan art. What kind of MLP fan art? No, I'm kidding. I was very, very say-so. I did not draw anything wild or out there. Here, I actually have it. I can actually share my MLP fan art. So here's Luna. Here's a Luna sketch I did. I did this in detention. Here's another Luna sketch I did. There's a pattern that you're gonna notice here. Here's another Luna sketch that I did. Again, there's a pattern. That's pretty good. Thank you. I'm actually really satisfied with these. Were these all in detention? Most of them. If not, I was at home. You can kind of see my Slenderman sketch that I never finished in the background here. Either you had a bad crush or some serious gender envy. What do you mean? I just like Luna's design. I don't know if I could even find this. I would have to dig. So, you know what? Hold on. Okay, hold on. I have it. Give me a second to take a picture of it. Oh, no. Oh, I still have the sketch of my pony Sona. That you guys can't see. That you guys are not allowed to see. That one's actually like embarrassing. Draw MLP fan art in detention, step aside. You can show us your you had an MLP OC. So from left to right, so this was like my first attempt at drawing Slenderman. Oh my god, hold on, I gotta turn this down. So on the left was my first attempt, and then I did a redraw about, I want to say like 2-3 months later, and then another like 2 or 3 months later, I did a final redraw where I just tried to make it feel more dynamic. So don't be ashamed about your first attempt at something. Just keep drawing. I have a lot more. I'm not going to take pictures of all of them. And I had a lot more than I am even able to show you guys, but I don't know when I did it. I can't like think of how old I was. There was a time though, it was after I achieved a bunch of goals I had set in therapy where, and I'm either going to make a bunch of artists that see this and are in chat probably right now, like cringe a little, but after achieving a bunch of goals that I had set, I kind of just shredded a bunch of my drawings because I just didn't want them anymore. And I kept my favorites. So the ones you're seeing here are the ones that like I'm most proud of, and the ones that like I kept the longest. But there's probably like 30 or 40 sketches and full drawings I did that I just put through a paper shredder one night. And I don't know why I did it. I guess I did it to kind of move on from a chapter of my life, whatever that means. I don't know. That feels like I'm being emo when I say that. Here's the cringe though. I even gave myself a stupid easel and canvas like cutie mark. So there you go. It's not bad. I'm not a fan of it anymore. Man, I'm looking at it now. It's like, what would I improve? This right leg is too short. The waist is like a little too slim. Cringe, pretty neat. I disagree. This was done before the Luna things, I think. So I wasn't confident with how to. Man, you can tell even back whenever I was really young, I have drawn like floof the same way. This tail is basically the same tail that's on my my kitsune. But no, thank you guys. I appreciate all of the like kind words. I do. I wish I wasn't in my I can't be into anything feminine whatsoever phase of denial when MLP was big. I mean, that's the one thing I'll say about MLP that, like, how do I phrase this? I don't want this to come off as, like, dismissive to anybody that's going through, like, is the word... I'm very ignorant on this type of stuff, so apologies for any, like, crassness with my language. Is it gender dysphoria? Like, I never think about that stuff too much. I'm very comfortable with who I am. It's why I dropped the voice changer was not from that side of things, and a lot of people thought it was. And it never was. And Cell as like a character is not from that either. It's more of it comes more from a shyness thing, and I rather portray a character that is detached from me as a person, as weird as it sounds, than myself. Now, I will with full confidence say, do not be surprised if one day we lose the avatar on this stream entirely and we just go proper like face cam and proper production value, more so than like the VTuber thing. Because, like I said, none of this comes from like a gender dysphoria thing and me being because the reason I bring this up is, Starry, you brought up the gender envy with my like Luna obsession. I do love her design, but it's this thing with MLP that I look back on, which is why I keep all of these pictures and why I'm not ashamed. Pictures and sketches, and why I'm not ashamed of being like, yeah, I was part of this community. I never identified as a brony. I think labels like that are honestly like just I think they're a bit goofy. So like calling myself a brony didn't ever sit with me, or even now I'm still like, no, I'm just into the thing. But I will say this, MLP definitely did a lot for me in helping me be comfortable with just not being judgmental to myself about what I like and who I am. Because it is something that you do have to figure out, and it is something that a lot of people struggle with, and a lot of people might come to the determination that it is something much deeper for them, like gender dysphoria. It kind of solidified my confidence in myself to walk outside with, yeah, I wear bracelets sometimes. I wear pink shirts. I don't put much stock in like gendered things, I guess. It's like I paint my nails. They're not painted right now, but I do paint my nails every now and then, and I'm in an area where I get looks for having long hair, period. And I get looks not because I have long hair, but because I obviously like try to take care of my hair. So my hair usually looks like pretty well kempt, and I have like older just men and women like derogatorily like glance at me and look at me. And like the same if I have my nails painted, but MLP kind of solidified in me a like, fuck it, like who cares? Like it's my existence. I don't, granted, I will say I am tall. Contrary to what you all think, I am very tall, and that helps with my ability to have that attitude, because no one's gonna walk up to me and go, why are your nails painted? No one's gonna walk up to me and ask me why my nails are painted. I'm not the tiny, short, easily intimidated looking person that everyone thinks I am. Sounds like something a short person would say. I am not the size of Moist Critical. I will just say that. Yeah, gender dysphoria sucks, and it sucks in totally different ways when you know what it is and don't. So many people out there suffer from it without even knowing. There's plenty of just psychological things that and it goes deeper than that, obviously, but that people just aren't aware of because mental health isn't something that people take seriously. And mental health is scary because you have to look at yourself. And it's scary to look at yourself because a lot of times when you look at yourself, a lot of your problems are of your own making. And that makes mental health scary for a lot of people. Interesting that your MLP side hasn't come out during stream, at least when I was here. What do you mean? Oh, it seems to have been a bit like me talking about it. I don't know. There are parts of stream that I try to keep from being super personal. Not because I don't want stream to be personal. It's like, I enjoy my privacy. It's something I want to talk more about, but it's hard for me to figure out how to bring it up. Because I don't like talking about myself in real life either. I'm very reserved. Ironically, the streamer that screams all the time and gets really loud is probably the quietest person in the goddamn room. I just don't talk to people. I do not talk to other people. Samurai's fun. I can play it.
My Little Pony episode. Sell your
Ooh.
thoughts, please.
Favorite MLP episode. Okay, so my gut when you said that. My gut when you said that was Winter Wrap Up, which was like the first big song they did. And specifically because whatever. If you want to cringe, you can cringe. I don't care. This song is still catchy as shit.
3 months of winter.
This song is still catchy. This song was catchy then, and it's still catchy now to me. We can't grow in this cold. And even though I love my boots, this fashion's getting old. Okay, if anyone thinks I didn't watch this. Spring and all things warm and green, but it's also time to say goodbye. It's winter, we must clean. Oh, this is gonna be the most embarrassing VOD. Can't imagine why you were bullied. I know, right? I didn't sing this in school, by the way. I was like silently on display with my interest, but I never like, look, okay, let me put it this way. No shame to this kid, by the way. I was not the kid in the back of the classroom with hair down to my back doing Naruto hand signs. All right? I was not that kid. The next YouTube video is going to be like, not only you click on skills, you shadow ban comments that disagree with you, and you know songs from MLP.